Who's the dude dressed up like a ninja, by the way? Come on, you got to sound off, dude. Why are you dressed up like a ninja?
With a pink notepad.
Yeah, what's going on? What's going on with the ninja thing? Come on, speak up, bro.
Scorpion, get over there.
Scorpion wins. Okay, that was funny. That was funny.
That
Bro
took
came
me
in-
back. I
he
love
came in
that.
with incense burning.
I do some nefarious things for activism.
What do you do for activism?
To make sure that I'm not identified.
Yeah, that's fair. But what do you
I muted your mic.
We're so terrified.
what do you do for
Yeah, there you
activism, bro?
Rather not say that on the internet.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you're just LARPing then.
Well,
No.
what is your idea of activism?
Fighting for rights,
For who?
making sure that
Whose
people's
rights?
voices aren't shut down, making sure that families aren't destroyed.
But okay,
Sure that
so
ICE,
What are you talking about, bro?
if ICE wants to, target people, then
Oh,
they should at least
you're an
target
Antifa.
actual
You're an
violent
Antifa
criminals.
lunatic, bro. Are you an
Antifa,
Antifa
bro.
lunatic?
wait.
I'm anti-fascist, yes, I'm
because he's
anti-fascist.
against
Okay, was
ICE,
Charlie
he's
Kirk? Hang on,
against-
hang on, real quick. Was it Charlie Kirk a fascist?
No, however, he did identify
You're a liar.
himself as a white Christian nationalist.
Yeah, but that's not fascism.
Nationalism isn't inherently bad.
Yeah, can you tell me what how you define fascism for me?
Brazil is very nationalist.
You said what?
How do you define fascism?
Fascism is a far-right ideology based on nationalism, militarism, authoritarianism, and one of the main core values is silencing political opposition.
So does Joe Biden fall under that category of fascism?
Wouldn't say so.
Okay,
as long
but
as it's not
I
far-right.
feel like he hit every criteria you had. Militaristic,
Like, seemed like he matched the
authoritarian.
qualifier.
You agree that he
Just like
fit.
Trump is also.
Okay, but hang on, that's fine. If you want to be consistent, though, you would have to apply all those to Biden and Trump, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
So was
I
Biden a
didn't like Biden either.
was Biden a fascist then?
He had some tenets of fascism. Yes, you're
Oh,
absolutely right.
Okay, what were the tenets of Biden's fascism?
One, politically silencing opposition.
Yep.
Militarism, authoritarianism.
Mm-hmm. So where were you during his administration combating him?
I was out there.
Where?
Can I
The
ask a
streets.
question?
Where was
What
any
is-
where was any Antifa combating Joe Biden
So also,
for his
the whole thing
fascism?
about
No.
Antifa
Hang on,
being-
before
hold on
you
one
get into
second.
it. Look. I just want to answer this question. Where was Antifa combating Joe Biden, the guy you just said was fascistic? Where were they?
So also, real quick, do you think that Antifa is a T organization?
Do I think they're a what?
A T organization.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
You mean
I can't say that word because
you mean
I'm not trying to.
Oh yeah, I understand. That's
Domestic,
fair.
maybe.
Yes, I do think that they're a domestic tea organization for sure.
So
Hey.
you understand that they have not actually been identified as that, right? The Department
Not
of
yet.
Homeland Security
No,
says
they
that
have. Wait. Yes, cells of
They haven't.
Antifa have. Yes, but Antifa itself operates in a way where they're
Also,
like,
the whole thing
hang
about
on,
Antifa
bro.
being
Can I
an organization
respond?
is false.
Can I respond
It's
to
an
you?
ideology.
Can I respond? Yes, I agree. It's an ideology. We're not even on
So it's not
we're
an
not even on
organization.
a different page. You know, it is an organization too. It's an organization and an ideology. It can be both and, not one or the other. You agree
Okay.
with that, right?
No, there are some cities where it's like, for example, Rose City Antifa.
Yeah.
Well, yes, they identify as Antifa.
So they're an
However,
organization, right?
There's also plenty of other movements, such as one, the Brown Berets, two, the Black Panthers,
Mhm.
all of which have anti-fascist ideology, but aren't Antifa.
Yes, I agree.
Antifa is just short for anti-fascist.
Yeah, I understand, but Antifa itself does operate under the guise of organization. They even utilize NGOs for that organization. You're not going to deny that that's true, right? Like, for instance, the recent California riots, there were NGOs which were funding the placement of people to move into California in order to conduct those riots. You agree that that's true. You're not even going to deny that, are you?
Where's the stats on that?
Well, actually, I was live with many of the organizers. We went into their meetings, and they said to fully expect that Antifa would be there, and they were allies of the organizers. Or were they lying?
Again, I wasn't in your live, so I can't say.
No. This was the live organization of the people who were organizing their Day of Rage King's Day. No King's Day. They were organizing it.
You
And
mean,
yeah.
You mean 50-51 or indivisible?
No, neither. Actually,
Because those are the two. Those are
No.
the two main organizers of that event, of that nationwide event.
No. That event was organized by NGOs, hundreds of them. Would you like me to read them off to you? It was non-government
Go for it.
organizations which funded those, and I've read them off many, many times on stream. So my question to you is very simple, right? If you're really, truly an anti-fascist and you see the authoritarian tendencies of guys like Joe Biden shutting down political opposition, this type of thing, where was Antifa for any of that? Where were your people? Where were they?
Again, they're not my people, but I was out there.
Where?
I was saying
Where?
that, hey,
Where
this
were
is
you
fascism.
ever? Where?
I want to ask.
Wait,
Hang
so
on.
you
Let him answer. Let him answer. Where? Where were you?
I was in the streets. I was talking
Where? What
to
streets?
other organizations. I was talking to other militias.
Where?
Saying, hey, where? I'm not going to
None
tell
of you
exactly
people
where.
ever organized under Biden. You're lying through your teeth. Where was the major protests that you saw Antifa in under Biden? Name one.
Again, I didn't go. I don't do protests.
Oh, you do
I
political
did-
Can I ask you a
activism.
question?
You do political
I do
activism
other
on the
versions
back
of political
end with
activism. I
yeah.
don't think that.
Give me a
hold on one
break.
sec. I don't think that one. I don't do protests because police are there. Why are you asking for police permission to protest? That's not a protest. That's a parade. Number two, holding a sign
no.
does all. Does nothing.
Can I ask you something?
Wait. So
What
hang on.
kind of
So what are your hang on? What do you
nefarious
propose? What do you propose instead of signs?
Well, it's the whole thing with the Second Amendment is to make sure that if our government begins becoming tyrannical, that we can overthrow said government.
Oh,
So
so you believe in the
my thing.
Second Amendment,
Yes.
even though it was put
Just not
down,
the first.
even though it was put down by a bunch of authoritarian fascists.
No. The whole thing.
No?
The whole thing of to make sure that fascism doesn't further advance.
You think our founders don't fit your definition of fascism? They were authoritarian, highly militaristic. They had very minor suffrage. They didn't extend universal suffrage. Weren't they fascist?
Again, I'd have to educate myself on.
You're not
such.
educated
No,
on
okay.
how our founders ran the nation, bro.
Not at least.
What
not
the
right
is wrong with you? The worst Antifa member I've ever engaged
Oh, no,
with. You're
you're not-
terrible
you're
at
not
this.
seriously
Real
re-
quick,
you're
real
not
quick, real
seriously rethinking your ideology. at this
Okay,
point. I
real
don't know
quick,
what's
real quick.
Bro,
real
how do you
quick.
not know what our founders thought and you're anti-fascist and you're going out and talking about the Constitution? You don't know what they thought about anything?
Andrew, hold on. So what kind of nefarious acts were you talking about earlier? Like,
Why am I going to tell you what potential acts that could potentially be legal or not legal?
That's
Well, then
fair.
why
Yeah,
is
That's
it
hang on, that's
on?
fair. Ask him in a way where he can answer.
It's like ChatGPT.
oh
Yeah.
my lord, bro.
Ask him in a
Like,
way
I
he can
just-
answer. You're smart. I can tell you're smart. Ask him in a way he can answer.
Thank you, Andrew. I'm also a fan of you, so thank you. Okay,
big fan of Andrew.
okay, listen. Why would you even come up here in the first place then if you won't tell us anything?
I got it.
Because I was
Pretend
invited
he's
by
your
the host.
boyfriend and he cheated on you and he's not going to come clean. He's not going to come clean. That's the way. I'm telling you, that's the way. Do it that way. You got this.
Get
You
it.
got this, girl. You got it.
I don't have a boyfriend. I have a wife.
That he wasn't talking to you. He wasn't talking to you.
No, I wasn't
nice.
talking to you, doofus. I was talking to the very respectful woman who's in the chat who was discussing this with you. Just pretend he's your boyfriend. You have proof he cheated, and you know he's going to evade. That's the way to do it.
Andrew, I want to ask a question. So when the unaliver engraved "O Bella Ciao," right? Isn't this kind of exclusively Antifa? I'm just asking the guy
I
here.
mean, anti-fascist. That song is an anti-fascist song. That song was for
This guy's smart, bro.
Nazis.
It's
Watch
an
this.
Italian.
Yes.
chant,
Watch
right?
this.
Okay, so what's
Watch
your
this.
position on the unalivers affiliations? Do you
Oh
believe
no, I
that
can
he
see
was
what's
affiliated with
happening here.
Antifa?
I don't. I'm gonna be honest. Also, with all those other things, the "Hey Fascist" catch, and then the "Helldivers bomb," the you're reading this, the OWO thing, all of which is
Spit
that
take. Yep.
screams 4chan, which if
Jeebus.
you know anything about 4chan,
Hey, wrong pipe.
it is mainly consistent of actual extreme far right people.
I hate to break it to you, but you're low-key giving 4chan coming up here in your ninja suit, writing on a notepad, and giving vague answers
Yes, because
about
I'm.
the alleged nefarious
Yeah, he did go straight for the
acts that you're
throat.
doing, but won't
Right.
tell us what you're
I have
doing.
one more question. What is the ideal for America for Antifa? Like, want it to
Here we
look
go.
like?
I mean, I'm an anarcho-communist.
Oh,
so,
Lord.
Anarcho-communism.
Explain what
how
that
do you
is.
think communism would work?
Explain what. No, let him talk. Like, explain what.
So,
what is anarcho?
anarcho-communism is a stateless, classless, moneyless society, meaning that you would still have personal property, but all private property would belong to that of the community.
Okay, hang on. That's totally fair. I just have a quick follow-up. I always ask anarcho-communists the same question. I'm hoping that you can answer. So I have a descriptor for reality called force doctrine. Have you ever heard of force doctrine?
I have not.
The idea for force doctrine is a descriptor. I won't get too deep into the descriptor because it doesn't really matter. But I will ask you this specific question. Inside of your governmentless society, there's still going to be criminality. You agree that that's true, right?
Yeah.
How can you deal with criminality absent a government?
Well, the community would deal with them as a whole.
That sounds like a
Now,
government.
whatever the community.
That sounds like a
awful,
government.
like
That sounds like a
government.
government, bro.
No,
That's
because there
also
wouldn't be
extremely
a head
problematic.
of such.
How would you
There would be
determine
no
his
head
guilt? How would you determine his guilt or innocence?
by whether or not it benefits or impacts negatively about the community.
So then the
What?
community, you would have a core key position of the community who would come together and would make a judgment as to his
No, it'd
guilt
be the
or
entire
innocence?
community, not just core people.
Well,
So the
but the
entire
community, and what if
community
the
would come
community
after
was a
them.
million people? You would have to allocate that
Mhm.
division of
No.
people towards
Because,
passing judgment,
again,
right?
You could all ask every single one of them.
You're going to ask a million people as to the guilt
How
or
do you-
innocence of
How
a
do you know
person?
if everybody tells you the truth as well?
Yeah, how do you, well, I'm just asking, how do you ensure a fair trial?
Again, the community-based.
The
Now,
community,
there's
how do you
evidence.
ensure a
Community
fair
tribes.
and impartial
Go back to
trial?
tribal.
And how do you ensure a fair and impartial trial inside your governmentless society?
There wouldn't be trials.
You
It would
do
There's
be-
that.
not trials?
Hold on. Because you can't, if somebody accuses something, then there's clearly
Sounds like a
evidence.
hellhole.
Somebody accuses somebody of crime and then there's no trial. What happens to that person?
Excommunicated.
Okay, you do.
Well, wait,
realize that's
hang
what
on.
they
Who
would
makes
do
the
during
decision
Salem
that he
witch
gets
trials.
excommunicated?
Again, the community.
So to get
Okay.
this, so let me make sure I got this right. You would determine that he had a fair and impartial trial based on how would no government, no regulation ensure a fair and
Also,
impartial
hold
trial?
on one second.
Help me out
There
here.
would be no rules.
What?
I was talking
Man,
to
I'm doing the Charlie.
I just want you to answer this question. How do you ensure hang on, shut up, dude. How do you ensure a fair and impartial trial?
Yo, that boy got
How
no
do you
script.
ensure a
That boy
fair
got
and
no
impartial
script.
trial? Shut
hold
up,
on, I
dude.
can't understand the
Shut up, bro.
statement you
Shut the
said.
fuck up. How do you ensure a fair and impartial trial?
Again, it would be a community decision. Now, I'm not.
Could the community decide not to give a fair and impartial trial?
Yes, if they want to.
So then why are
And
you
that's
okay with
and do you think that everybody should have a fair and impartial trial?
Depends
Oh,
It
Lord.
depends on what?
Whether they agree
on
with
what
you
was
or
done.
not.
What?
On what was done.
Well, how would
Okay.
you know what was done if they didn't have a fair and impartial trial?
Again, if there's evidence.
Would you
Yeah,
see the
but
same
you would
thing
need a
if you
fair
were
and
on trial?
impartial trial to introduce evidence, right?
No,
Okay.
you should just go brush your teeth, take your mask off, tell your mom you love her.
Yeah, and
go
give
to
her a
bed.
hug and go to bed, bro. This was real bad for you.
Bro, this is my house.
Yeah, no, bro.
What was even terrible
come on.
was you
Yes,
comparing
it's
the
mine.
founding fathers to calling the founding fathers fascist. That was
He
that
was
was
using
terrible.
his own logic against.
Yeah, that's it. I
Okay,
wasn't calling
hey,
our
let's
founders
take one
fascist. The
second.
opposite.
He was using his definition of fascism against.
Yes,
our
I was
founding
using
fathers.
his definition of fascist, which would have to apply to our founders, doofus. Do you understand that?
His definition of fascism was just a general definition of fascism.
And how would that not apply to our founders, bro? Can you explain
Yes,
it?
why would it
qualifiers.
apply to our founders?
Okay, name a
Because
quality
all of the
that he gave for
qualifiers.
fascism that wouldn't apply to our founders. I'll sit here and smoke while you tell me.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when America was founded, fascism as a term wasn't even coined.
So what?
What do you mean? So what?
Yeah,
That's
that
like
has nothing-
call
Irrelevant
Julius
to the
Caesar.
argument.
So wait a second. So until
Oh, yeah, so let's just call Julius Caesar a
until
communist
the
then.
event.
Like what?
So wait a second. Until
It was a terrible argument,
if that's the case, then shouldn't you only define fascism within its historic sense?
What do you mean?
If it's the case that you say that if you give a general terminology of what fascism is and our founders fall into it, they couldn't have been fascist by whatever that definition is because historically fascism hadn't happened yet, then shouldn't we only use the historic reference for fascism when we call people fascists?
No, you should actually know that the people and be able to prove that the people were fascists. So, what about the founding fathers founding this country was fascist?
By his definition or mine?
He used the general definition for fascism.
Give me the general definition, and we'll go over them one at a time.
There's like 10 tenets. You're claiming that the
give me
founding
any of
fathers
the
were
tenets
fascist
that you
and
want.
You don't know any of the tenets.
Give me
a cult leader.
Well, hang on. First of all,
pick one.
tenets by who?
Cult
Are you talking about Giovanni Gentile?
The tenets that most people agree.
By who?
By the people that agree.
But who are they? What are their names?
Mussolini. What do you
Mussolini didn't give 10 tenets of fascism, dolt.
No. The people.
You don't know. You don't have any idea. Who?
What do you mean?
Who gave us the tenets of fascism? Do you even know?
What do you mean?
Who gave us the tenets of fascism, dolt?
Tell us.
It's a pretty simple
Who?
question. He's asking for the
Who?
name.
No, I'm asking you. Who gave us the tenets of fascism?
You're asking me.
Yes, the guy who just said we have them. What?
Dude, you're doing mental gymnastics.
Dude, just tell me who gave me the tenets.
If you know the tenets of fascism, tell us how the founding.
Bro, you're the one who brought up the tenets.
Beating around the bush.
You're the one who brought up the tenets. Who gave us the tenets?
That's how we qualify people who are fascists.
How do we qualify them? You don't even know who they were. You don't
bro?
even know who gave it to us. I'll tell you what. I'll wait. Who gave us the tenets of fascism? I'll wait.
You said give you one. I said cult leader. Why do you keep trying to?
Bro, I'm asking you who gave us.
Bro,
what?
You're trying to call
do you
the
understand?
fathers fascist.
Do you understand why I'm asking you this question?
When the founding fathers founded the country, you know how you.
Okay, I'll just let you go ahead, and then when you're done, I'll explain why you're stupid. Go ahead.
Now you want to move the goalposts and talk about who founded, who came up with the tenets.
You brought up the
tenets.
tenets.
The fathers were fascist. You can't.
Okay. So let's stop,
Yeah.
and I'll go ahead and refute all of this. One,
go ahead.
The reason you don't know who gave us the tenets of fascism because you don't know what the f you're talking about. That's one. Two,
right.
I was utilizing the logic of the person I was discussing this with to express to him that by his logic, our founders would fall under the same tenets and they would have to be considered fascists. Do you understand this now?
What tenets?
The 10 tenets by Giovanni Gentile.
Okay, so why are you acting like nobody knows who the tenets is and the tenets?
Okay, then just go ahead and tell me back who came up with the tenets of fascism. Who came up with it? I literally just told you who came up with it. Tell me who came up with it,
dude.
Yeah,
everybody has read the tenets.
Dude, I've told you 3 times.
Giovanni.
I've told you 3 times. You still don't know. 3 times. Say it with me. Giovanni Gentile.
Okay. So now that you've said that, now explain to us
can you
how
tell
the
me? Can you repeat the name?
Were fascist.
Can you repeat the name, Giovanni Gentile?
No, bro. Do you?
Bro.
Can you?
I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Are we talking about Giovanni Gentile's tenets of fascism?
Yes.
Okay. Except, did Giovanni Gentile actually come up with fascism?
Oh man, you're like a troll slash. You try to be.
Oh, that's so funny.
Bro, you try to score points here and there. You're punching way up. You're punching way up.
Yeah, go Google it, bitch. Go ask ChatGPT. What a
listen, the tenets of fascism. Tenets of fascism is something that's like
the tenets of fascism. The tenets of fascism. The tenets of fascism.
Let's get back to how the founding fathers of fascism. You keep trying to run away from that. You said the founding fathers were fascist,
falling into it,
and then you tried to score.
How are you more
until a European I could care less about? The point I care about is that you are misattributing characteristics to the founding fathers. That's such an idiotic statement. The founding fathers were fascist.
Okay,
dumb as that.
let me.
Now Now refute everything that I've
I'll
said
go ahead
since
and refute
you're
it.
Mr. Smart Guy
Okay,
and
sure.
I'm punching above my
yes, you
my
are.
weight.
You are. But I'll go ahead and refute it.
Yeah.
What's hilarious here is I was arguing against the fact that they were fascist and demonstrating that by this guy's logic they would have to be. Do you understand now or not?
Yeah. What do you mean? You said Antifa wasn't protesting during Joe Biden's,
they weren't.
Joe Biden.
Yeah, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
Where?
Literally, white supremacists had a meeting in the state
Can you
park,
show me
and Antifa
where?
was there
That's
during
not
Joe
protesting Joe Biden, you stupid.
Why
Tell
would
me where they were.
protest Joe Biden, somebody dying
Exactly.
of unaliving of
Exactly.
cancer.
So you just lied again.
Joe Biden was leading.
So
the
they
country
didn't. So they
with
didn't
cancer.
protest Joe Biden, right?
Why would they?
So they
Joe Biden
didn't.
is in the fascist.
So they didn't protest him.
Is he a fascist?
Under this guy's definition, yes, and he
Wait,
agreed.
Do you even know how Antifa started?
And he agreed. This guy
Where did
agreed.
Antifa start? Since you
Tell
like
me.
I didn't say that Joe
Hey,
Biden was fascist.
tell me.
I said that there
Cure
were
my
some
ignorance.
relations
Hold
of
on, TX.
fascism.
Hold on. Since
Hear my
he's a pop
ignorance.
quiz
Tell me where it
expert,
stopped.
And you know everything. Where did Antifa
Bro,
start?
I'm
What
willing to
city?
cede this point. Tell me where it started.
Oh, what do you mean they weren't started? What are you talking
I said,
about?
tell me where they were started. I cede the point.
Yeah. Rose City.
Okay.
Antifa started. Their quote, their slogan is "We go where they go." They follow
Okay.
white supremacist, schmotzy sympathizers
Okay.
to all punk concerts,
Uh-huh.
so they could interrupt their recruiting processes.
Okay.
This is what Antifa was started on. They would go beat the crap out of schmotzys in America.
Gotcha.
So Antifa is more than just anti-fascist. They're also anti-racism, but they call themselves Antifa. They're
And do you-
decentralized.
Yeah.
So they're
it.
not centralized.
Do you
They don't have a
understand?
leader.
Do you understand though that the gentleman in the stupid ski mask, he gave me a definition of what he considered fascism to be, and under his definition, Joe Biden would have fallen under it, and he agreed he would have fallen
said
under
that
it.
he had
Hang on, stop,
some
bro, stop.
values.
Hang on, let me finish.
I said
I was
values.
critiquing his,
Values.
so I'm critiquing his logic. Just say that you didn't know that. Just say, I didn't know that, Andrew. I'm stupid. Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Dude, we all
That's
heard
exactly
you
what
say
happened.
Antifa should have been protesting Biden.
Jesus
and Antifa,
Christ, you are the slowest.
You got to be the dumbest person I've talked to tonight, bro.
Yeah.
That's
really?
impressive because
Yeah.
I've been.
Well, you
I've been
didn't talk to
watching.
yourself.
Dude, we spoke to a lady tonight who literally sounded like she was mentally
You had no idea. I mean, you're talking about Antifa. You don't even know anything about Antifa.
Whose definition was I using?
You have
The
TF.
guy
Could you
who
give us
claims-
your definition
guy who
again,
claims
TX?
to be
Since the whole
person's
premise of his
definition.
argument is that your definition.
Okay, now we're getting
you
somewhere.
know,
Go ahead, TX.
Yeah, so go ahead, TX. Give us
Repeat
your
yourself for the
definition of
umpteenth time,
fascism again.
Idiot.
The definition that I gave was the textbook definition.
Okay,
so,
give it to
like,
us
this dude
again.
is making shit
Give it
up,
to us again.
As I thought.
Give it to us again.
A far-right ideology based
Mm-hmm.
on nationalism, militarism. I don't know the exact definition.
I thought it was. Hang on. I thought it was a textbook definition, and now you don't know the definition.
It's literally the same definition. You act like it's the fucking periodic. The fucking periodic table. This dude is a dummy. He's acting like the tenets of fascism are like the periodic table or something so
You're not
hard
a dummy.
to fucking
You're a dummy,
memorize.
bro. I'm gonna take over now, and I'm
Pardon?
gonna continue to make fun of you.
What an idiot. You're just an ankle biter, dog. Like, relax.
Dude, you're stupid.
You're an ankle
There's
biter, bro.
literally
You
no
have
ankle
nothing
biting going
substantial.